All right, Mateo. Just finished what today's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night game. Lakers Bulls. Yeah, break it down for us.
So yeah, Lakers played the Bulls. They're on their 7 game road trip still. It was a blowout, man. The final score didn't reflect it. It was 101-90, but we were up by 30 at the half. And at one point the score was 41-19. And usually when you see a 4 at the front of a score and then a 1 at the others, you're like, oh, they're getting their ass whooped. You know? So
Definitely.
yeah, so the final score didn't really indicate it, but this is a really good game for the Lakers, offensively and defensively, and particularly AD, man, because even though we got that big Bucks win, he didn't play very well offensively. And after the game, he was remarking to reporters that I feel like I'm kind of in a slump right now. So you knew against a soft team like the Bulls, you thought he'd try and go out and get his rhythm back, basically. The Bulls were also missing Wendell Carter Jr. and Otto Porter. So he had a big opportunity to have a big game, and he did, man. At the end, let me break it down like usual. So, first quarter, they go to AD right away. The first few possessions, they let him get some buckets, and he had 15 first quarter points, so it worked out. Most of them came in the paint too. That was really good. And then the the Bulls just started playing sloppy as hell in the second quarter, man. I was just watching and I'm like, God, these guys are a really young, bad team, dude.
Damn.
They have Zach LaVine, who's got all that talent in the world,
Right.
and I hope he finds a good team one day, or I hope the Bulls somehow turn into one because man, they're young, they're disorganized, they're bad, just really bad turnovers, really bad brick shots, a bunch of like reckless charges. A lot of it just comes in experience, man. They're not very.
Do they
Yeah,
do
they're
they still
really.
have Thad Young?
They do have Thad Young. He played like okay. He's been in the league a while now, hadn't he? I know that name, Thad
Yeah, I
Young,
think he was on the Pacers before, but
or the
yeah,
Sixers maybe. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a name that's just been around forever. You always see it on daily fantasy charts. You're like, oh, is Thad Young going to go off? And I
Yeah,
thought
he's
he
not a
was.
bad big man. He's not
Yeah,
bad.
I picked him in my fantasy, but I didn't end up doing well. So
No
maybe
worries.
maybe next time, Thad Young. Anyways, the
Yeah.
Lakers end up the half 63-33, up 30, and they were locked in defensively. The Bulls were just playing sloppy as hell, and a big part of it was because the Lakers were making them play sloppy from their defense. The defense was just killing them.
Nice.
So get this, at the end of the first half, AD had 26 points in 8 minutes of play. That's
Whoa.
insane, dude. Yeah, so 26 points in 8 minutes, just in the first half. So he definitely got his scoring mojo back, and that was something we really needed from him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so going into the second half, it was still kind of feeling like a blowout through the third quarter, but I'd say past the halfway mark, just some mistakes started piling up there, a couple bad possessions offensively, and then the Bulls, hey, you get a couple lucky 3 balls and some drawn fouls to stop the clock. They basically cut the lead from 30 down to 20, and then from 20 down to 14, and we were like, what the fuck? So
That's so great.
it started feeling like when they blew that lead to the Warriors.
Mm.
We didn't want that to happen again. But the team was probably still traumatized from that again.
Who
So they
got them
had that
back
in
into
mind.
it exactly? Was it Levine?
Kobe White was hitting some threes.
He's
Levine,
pretty good.
Kobe White has potential, yeah, but he's still like a second year player. No, this might be his rookie year.
Mm.
Yeah, he's still a really young dude. Or no, this is his second year, I believe.
Yeah, it's his second year.
Yeah, Kobe White, he's got potential, but he needs a few more years for that to really translate into beating good teams.
Mm.
So the Bulls got the lead down to 14, and it felt like, okay, come on, you're not going to let this one slip away too, right? And so what Frank did, Frank Vogel, the coach, after he called a timeout after they were down 14, he chose not to bring back LeBron in, which I thought weird. I thought, okay, you don't want to bring back in your best, floor general when the other team's making a run. So I
Right.
thought that was weird. But what he did basically was they just ran the offense through Davis, and it was kind of a test for him. Like, hey, when LeBron's not here, are you going to be able to take the team out of a hole like that? And he ended up doing it. He got some good jumpers, and they ended up finishing the third up 17. So they
Nice.
didn't give away any more of that lead, that 14-point lead, and they actually got 3 extra points. So the
That's
fourth
good.
quarter, the Bulls were still kind of threatening a comeback. Frank ended up going with this Kuzma, Caruso, Montrezl Harrell, THT, Wesley Matthews lineup. And I thought, okay, this is weird, no idea or anything. This is kind of later in the fourth. But that lineup, all those players I mentioned, they have pretty good hustle on the team. Kuz is turning into a really good hustle guy, and the other guys, Caruso, Trez, they're known for their hustle. THT, he's really developing into one, and Wes is just a good veteran hustle guy. So they took the life out of the Bulls. And one thing I really liked was they kind of went through Kuzma offensively. So they could have gone through Trez, they could have gone through THT, but I feel like the more reps we give Kuzma offensively, even though he's kind of like he's an older pro now. Just give the guy reps because it helps his confidence, and you never know when that's going to pay off in big games. So I like that they went through him offensively, and Kuz ended up, kind of steering the ship home. So he got a few buckets, and that kind of put the nail in the coffin.
KCP's been having a good few games, hasn't he? He's been pretty good on this road stretch.
Yeah, that Bucks game, dude, he got like 23, and he didn't go off as much today. I don't have the stats in front of me, but KCP still played pretty well.
Yeah, he sunk like 7 threes or something. Yeah, he killed it
against the Bucks. Yeah,
against the Bucks. Yeah, so great breakdown, broski. What's our next game? What can we look forward to?
Next game, I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. I know next week we have the Celtics next Saturday, so that's what I got circled.
It's a big one.
Oh yeah. So next we got the Cavs, who've been playing well lately. So
okay,
Monday in Cleveland. We're on a big East Coast road trip, so looking at the rest of the week. Cavaliers Monday, 76ers Wednesday. That'll be a good one.
Wow.
Pistons, Lakers.
It's a lot of good big men this week that AD and Braun will probably have to deal with.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get AD versus Embiid, dude. That's gonna be required watching.
I'm interested in AD versus Drummond actually. If they pair up, I'm not sure if they'll pair up, but Drummond on the Cavs, that'll be really cool.
They might have Mark on Drummond at first. That's kind of why they have Mark, because they don't want to be throwing AD against the fives, because he's kind of a skinny dude for a big man. So he'll get beat up a bit, but they'll switch him on to the 5 at 7 point. I'll bet you, they'll play some possessions on each other.
Drummond versus Gasol. Yeah, Drummond might eat him, but it's okay. Yeah. We'll have to make up for that. But yeah, that's going to be cool. I know Tatum.
Actually, dude, I kind of like that. As long as a guy isn't moving fast, I think Marc Gasol, his defensive instincts, he won a Defensive Player of the Year.
Really?
As long as back in 2012 when he was on Memphis, back in his prime.
Dang, that's like so long ago.
Yeah, but he's aged considerably, and his foot speed just isn't fast. I have confidence that if he's guarding someone who's just not quick, Drummond, who isn't that quick, he'll be able to keep up with him, I think. So I like that matchup.
Nice. But okay.
We'll see some situations in that Cavs game where, hey, we might get up by like 20, 25 again, and then it's going to be the same question. All right, you guys going to close it? You guys going to stay focused? So
exactly.
We've had a couple of fuck-ups like that Warriors game, man, but I think overall our focus has been okay ever since we kind of discovered our rhythm like a couple weeks ago. So I think they should pull it out against the Cavs for sure. That Sixers and Celtics game, those are the 2 ones I'm looking forward to, man. And then a couple games after the Celtics, we got the Nuggets. So we're in a part of the schedule that's testing us for sure.
Wow. Yeah, those are some elite teams. You think we can – you think we'll go 3-0 with those, or you think we'll give up like 1 or 2 maybe?
I think we'll give up 1 or 2 as it goes.
Okay.
But hey, we've been a good road team, man. If we keep staying focused on the road, I wouldn't rule it out. Next 6 games, Cavaliers, Sixers, Pistons, Celtics, Hawks, and Nuggets. So it's like we have a pattern of, okay, you got a shitty team. Now you have a really good team. Now you got a shitty team again. And that repeats 3 times. So that's kind of testing both facets of their discipline,
Very cool. Yeah, great breakdown, man. We also just saw Conor McGregor get KO'd, but that's for another time. So, I'm going to hit the sack. But thanks again, Mateo. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. Take it easy.
You too.